What up? It's Just TV Reviews coming back for another video. Today I want to talk a little bit about B-Mickie and Lamar in the season 4 finale of BMF. But before I do that, I do want to apologize for anybody who was waiting for my videos. Life has been life and it just kept getting pushed back. But anyway, I'm here now. I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to do it exactly the way that I've been doing it because, it's been a couple of weeks. So I'm just going to just share my thoughts. I'm glad that the show brought back B-Mickie as well as Lamar. We have been seeing over the season, especially this particular season, where, we got closure on Duffy, Last. I mean, they've slowly been closing out, chapters, which makes it feels like the show is ending. So I'm assuming that next season is the last season. But to bring those two back on the show and then for them to die on the same day was crazy, but it was very interesting. And they actually had things in common, which led to their deaths. The anger, the grudges, the revenge, and the control, it was their downfall, but it was like they didn't even have to go through that. They had opportunities to make something different. Even Lamar, when the show first started, not first started, but the first episode of this season, he graduated, he got off drugs, he had an opportunity to do better with himself, and he chose the latter. The same thing with B-Mickie. Speaking of B-Mickie, he wanted to use Hoop in order to take over BMF because he thought that, Meech was in jail for unaliving Last, and he just wanted to take out Terry, which that plan, all of his plans backfired on him. However, it's been years since B-Mickie has been gone, and I'm judging that by how old his daughter is. She looks like she's at least 4 years old. I'm thinking maybe 5. B-Mickie really did not have what it took to take over BMF and to run it. I mean, of course, Hoop had the operations down packed, but of course, Hoop was not going to switch sides like that. But you would think if you've been gone from BMF that long, that you would have had enough hustle in you to start your own crew and get your own plug. It's just not, the hustle just ain't in them. But what I can say about B-Mickie, what he did bring to BMF, which, a lot of people, Last, Sterling, actually were able to pick up where he left off. But at best, B-Mickie was a soldier. Like I said, B-Mickie had choices. I mean, he could have also continued to work at the factory. He could have hustled with Terry on the side and then saved up money and left Detroit. But that just wasn't good enough for him. Lamar, he's been on borrowed time for a minute. So I was happy to see him go because, he had one of those deaths that he actually earned. I just was surprised that Detective Bryant was the one that took him out. You would have thought that B-Mickie put enough holes in Lamar that he would have been dead. But for some reason, the Termin nigga had enough residual crackhead strength to grab B-Mickie's leg and like pow him, and that's how Detective Bryant ended up unaliving both of them at around the same time. So I thought that was crazy, but I mean, I'm not mad to see, like I said, Lamar go. I just wanted a little bit better for B-Mickie. I thought he had a better opportunity to actually do something for himself because Lamar, he was hunted by his childhood. He had a lot of trauma growing up, and he just never knew how to let stuff go. But I can say the same thing about B-Mickie. B-Mickie didn't know how to let stuff go either, and that's why they both died. I know that the detective said that Last, B-Mickie, and Lamar died, but I just want somebody to go around there and make sure that Lamar's dead because, we got to make sure that he don't have a pulse. Somebody need to check the death certificate because, all this season, everybody thought that Lamar was dead. So, and he wasn't. I just want to make sure. So it seems like this season, Detective Bryant has been having some wins this season. I mean, he was able to take down some members of BMF. He ended up unaliving B-Mickie and Lamar. And we know next season that he's going to take down Terry as well as Meech. So, things seem to be on up and up for him. I know I said on another video that I was wondering about a Lamar spinoff, and I was thinking more of a future version of, you know, who he would be or whatever, and I couldn't figure out how they would actually spin that we would want to watch it. But if he is dead like they're saying, do we want a prequel? Think that the writers have kind of opened up the door a little bit by talking about his childhood. um I guess I would watch it if they put it out, because at the end of the day, I never would have thought that I would have been interested in watching anything related to Kanan, and Raising Kanan is my favorite spinoff. So do we want to see a spinoff of Lamar, or do we just let it be? I'll drop down in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on this situation. Well, not this situation, but the actual series, this season finale. And I'll see you all on the next one. I think I may do Reasonable Doubt, because I see that Joseph, aka Tommy, is going to be in that. So I may do that. And I think I may do Force as well. But until then, I'm going to see you all on the next video. And I'm out. Peace.